So last time we spoke, if I remember correctly, you said that it wouldn't be implausible if by the end of 2021, U.S. unemployment could be close to 20%, certainly in the teens.
You know, to come down from the numbers that we're headed towards this summer, it wouldn't be implausible that you would be in the teens 18 months out from now. No, on the contrary, in fact, I mean, given how high we're likely to go, you know, a number around 20% is altogether possible at this point.
That is not where we are right now. Now, I am not orienting this interview to do gotcha politics with Adam Tooze, but I do want to ask why you think the recovery has been so much more robust than you might have expected.
No, I mean, it's a fair question. I mean, I think the last time we spoke, we were really in the middle of the economic meltdown, spring, early summer of last year. And I don't think any of us anticipated in our lifetime seeing the kind of headlines that we were seeing out of the American labor market at that time. I mean, you know, those Thursday morning 8:30 a.m. releases of the numbers of Americans signing up for unemployment benefit were harrowing. They were extraordinarily stressful, even for somebody who has secure employment and is just worried about the state of the world. I think there was a state of panic at that moment, and I think it was well merited and well justified. And we know unemployment did indeed surge into the high teens and in many communities well above that. So there was good reason, I think, to be as concerned as we were. What I don't think we anticipated were basically two things. The first is the vaccine. I mean, that's the turnaround event, right? It's the fact that we were able basically to get a grip on this disease in some of the advanced economies through the vaccine. And we simply didn't have any reason to expect a vaccine to be as effective as it is and to come as quickly as it did. And the second thing, of course, is that we were still beginning to flex our muscles with regard to economic policy. And the scale of fiscal and monetary stimulus that we've seen is as unprecedented as the shock of the spring of last year. So we have seen a remarkable countervailing force put in play on a scale that I'm a historian of 2008. And nevertheless, it took me, as it did other people, by surprise how large the fiscal and monetary mass was that was mobilized across the world to prevent the worst.
Yes, across the world, indeed. And I mean, certainly not in any way coordinated, but nonetheless felt like everyone was reading from the same playbook, both from a fiscal and a monetary perspective. Do you think, were lessons learned from 2008 that carry over constructively for the ministers of finance, the Secretary of Treasury, the central bank heads today?
Absolutely, there were. I think, when we learn from history, we should recognize the fact, it's the cliche is, of course, you can't, and it's always even dangerous to do so. But I think in this case, we can say that lessons were learned. It's in fact, some of the key staff at the central banks are veterans of 2008. So when the order comes to buy assets, to do QE, they really know how to do it. And they do it on a scale which is literally an order of magnitude, 10x larger than what we saw in 2008. There was coordination in the way it works in the global monetary system, which is it doesn't have to be a sit-down meeting of the G20 finance ministers. What you need is for the Fed to lead. And if the Fed leads, it signals to the markets and by way of the markets to even emerging market central banks that it's okay, despite the hemorrhage of foreign capital that was happening last year, to lower your interest rates.